Losing a husband or wife changes everything, and in those first painful moments, even simple decisions can feel overwhelming. Grief can cloud judgment, leading to choices that create stress, financial strain, or emotional setbacks. Understanding the pitfalls many seniors face during this vulnerable time is key to protecting your peace, your well-being, and your stability as you navigate life after loss. In this video, you'll learn the 5 most common mistakes seniors make after losing a spouse. Mistakes that can quietly affect your finances, emotional health, and long-term stability. We'll walk through each one with clarity, giving you guidance to stay grounded and supported during this difficult transition. And the final mistake is the one people rarely talk about, yet it has the greatest impact on your healing and future peace of mind. Mistake. Genre 1. Rushing financial decisions. When a spouse passes, the emotional shock can push you into making quick financial decisions that feel urgent but can create long-term problems. Many seniors feel pressure to fix everything immediately. Selling a home, cashing out accounts, transferring assets, or changing investments. These actions often come from a place of stress, fear, or confusion, not clarity. And decisions made in grief are rarely the ones you would make with a calm mind. The first danger of rushing financial choices is that you may not yet understand the full picture. Your spouse may have managed certain accounts or taken care of household expenses. Without clear knowledge of what exists, what is owed, and what is protected, fast decisions can lead to losing assets, triggering unnecessary taxes, or accepting unfair offers from buyers. Waiting gives you time to gather documents, learn the details, and understand what you truly need. Another problem with acting impulsively is the risk of emotional spending or panic selling. You may feel safer with cash and want to liquidate investments, or you may consider selling property simply because the thought of maintaining it feels overwhelming. But grief clouds judgment. Markets fluctuate, and assets like property often lose value when sold quickly. Taking time allows you to think about the long-term impact rather than responding to short-term emotions. There's also the risk of outside influence. During times of loss, people may step forward with advice, offers, or help that doesn't always serve your best interest. Friends, distant relatives, or even strangers may encourage you to make financial moves quickly, sometimes for their own benefit. Protecting your finances means slowing down, setting boundaries, and making decisions only when you feel ready and fully informed. What should you do instead? First, gather all essential documents: wills, bank statements, insurance policies, titles, and pension information. Understanding what you have is the foundation for every choice that follows. Second, take a pause, literally. Many experts recommend waiting 6 months to a year before making any major financial changes. This gives your emotions time to settle and allows you to evaluate your needs realistically. Consulting a trusted financial professional is equally important. A qualified planner, accountant, or attorney can help you understand tax implications, long-term impacts, and the safest steps to protect your future. These professionals are trained to guide decisions without emotional bias, helping you avoid errors that are hard to reverse. Finally, give yourself grace. You are grieving, adjusting, and learning to stand on your own. You don't need to have every answer right now. Taking time with your financial life is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of strength and self-respect. Slowing down ensures that your decisions support your future security, preserve what you and your spouse built together, and protect your long-term peace of mind. Mistake. For 2. Isolating yourself. Emotionally, after losing a spouse, many people quietly pull away from the world. It often starts unintentionally. You skip a phone call, avoid gatherings, or tell yourself you're just tired. But grief has a way of convincing you that being alone is safer, easier, or more comfortable. Over time, that isolation becomes a habit, and what began as a temporary retreat can turn into a long-term emotional barrier. This withdrawal might feel like protection, but in reality, it intensifies the pain. Human beings are wired for connection, and when you lose the person who shared your daily life, the silence that follows can feel overwhelming. Without regular moments of conversation, companionship, or simple presence, sadness tends to deepen. Isolation can also blur your sense of time, drain your motivation, and make healing feel impossible. One of the biggest risks of emotional isolation is that it can disguise itself as independence. You might believe you're handling things on your own, but bottling up emotions prevents you from processing your loss in a healthy way. Grief needs movement. Talking, expressing, remembering, sharing. When everything stays inside, the emotional weight grows heavier and loneliness becomes harder to escape. Staying connected doesn't mean forcing yourself into crowded spaces or pretending everything is fine. Small, steady moments of interaction can be just as powerful. A weekly phone call with a friend, attending a community meeting, joining a support group, or having lunch with a family member. These simple connections remind you that you are still part of a network of care. Even light conversations can help interrupt the cycle of painful thoughts and create pockets of relief. It's also important to understand that others may not know how to support you unless you let them in. Some friends hesitate because they don't want to say the wrong thing. Family members may assume you want space. Reaching out, even gently, helps bridge that gap. Letting people know you appreciate their presence, whether through a message, a visit, or a quiet moment of companionship, opens the door to genuine emotional support. Another helpful step is identifying 1 or 2 people you trust deeply. These are the individuals you can speak honestly with, without worrying about being judged or rushed. Sharing your feelings with even one person regularly can ease emotional pressure and prevent you from retreating completely into solitude. If you find talking difficult, structured support systems can make the process easier. Grief groups, faith communities, or counseling services offer safe environments where others understand the unique weight of losing a spouse. Many people discover that hearing others' experiences helps them feel less alone and more hopeful. Grief becomes lighter when it is shared with those who truly understand it. Maintaining emotional connection is not about replacing your spouse or pretending life hasn't changed. It's about giving yourself the chance to heal, step by step, without carrying everything alone. Staying connected to others keeps your world from shrinking and provides the encouragement you need to move forward with strength. Reaching out, no matter how gently, is one of the most powerful choices you can make during this chapter of your life. Mistake. 3. Neglecting self-care. When a spouse passes, the emotional shock can be so heavy that taking care of yourself suddenly feels unimportant. Many seniors slip into a routine of skipping meals, ignoring medical appointments, or pushing aside their own needs because grief drains energy and motivation. But while it may feel natural to focus solely on the loss, neglecting your physical and emotional well-being can make the healing process far more difficult. Grief affects the body just as much as the heart. Sleep can become irregular. You may stay awake long into the night or wake up too early. Appetite often changes, leading to eating too little or relying on quick, unhealthy options because preparing meals feels overwhelming. Some people stop taking their regular medications on time, or they avoid exercise because even simple movement feels exhausting. These changes might seem harmless in the moment, but over time they weaken your resilience and increase the emotional burden you're carrying. Neglecting self-care also affects mental clarity. When you're not nourishing your body or maintaining a routine, decision-making becomes harder and emotions feel more intense. Simple tasks like paying bills, answering calls, or organizing paperwork become stressful. Without intentional care, grief can blend into fatigue, confusion, and emotional numbness, making the journey forward much longer and heavier than it needs to be. Self-care during mourning doesn't require a dramatic transformation. It starts with small, manageable steps that help steady you day by day. One of the most powerful actions is maintaining regular meals, even if they're simple. A bowl of soup, a piece of fruit, or a warm breakfast can provide grounding and comfort. Keeping hydrated is another small habit that has a surprisingly big impact on mental and physical balance. Movement is equally important. You don't need a rigorous workout. Even a short daily walk, gentle stretching, or time outdoors helps reduce stress and improve mood. Fresh air and sunlight provide natural restoration, and a quiet walk gives your mind space to breathe without overwhelming demands. Emotional self-care is just as essential. Setting aside even a few minutes to sit quietly, breathe deeply, or reflect can help calm the waves of grief. Some find comfort in journaling, prayer, or listening to peaceful music. Others benefit from speaking with a counselor, joining a support group, or having regular check-ins with a trusted friend. These simple practices create structure, helping you feel more grounded during a time when life feels uncertain. Another key part of self-care is keeping up with medical appointments. It's easy to cancel or postpone checkups when you're grieving, but staying on top of your health ensures you have the strength and stability to navigate the emotional journey ahead. Your well-being matters now more than ever, and prioritizing it is not selfish. It's a necessary step toward healing. Finally, recognize that caring for yourself honors both your life and the life you shared with your spouse. Continuing to eat well, move gently, rest properly, and stay connected is not a sign that you're moving on too fast. It's a sign that you're choosing to live with intention, even in sorrow. Grief may change the shape of your days, but self-care gives you the strength to face them with clarity, dignity, and hope. Mistake. 4. Making major life changes. Impulsively. In the emotional fog that follows the loss of a spouse, it's common to feel overwhelmed by the silence, the memories, and the sudden shift in daily life. This discomfort can push many seniors toward quick, drastic decisions, like selling the house, moving to a new city, giving away possessions, or trading in vehicles, because change feels like a way to escape the pain. But major life decisions made during grief are often shaped more by emotion than clarity, and that can lead to choices that are difficult to reverse. Grief has a way of distorting judgment. What feels unbearable today may become manageable with time, support, and healing. But if you relocate, sell property, or drastically change your lifestyle before emotions settle, you may find yourself facing new challenges you didn't anticipate. A home that suddenly feels too big may also be the place that holds your routine, your community, and the familiar comforts that help you stay grounded. Selling it too quickly might remove the emotional anchor that gives you stability during mourning. The same applies to moving closer to children or relatives without considering long-term implications. While the desire to feel supported is understandable, a rushed move can create unexpected dependency, strain relationships, or limit your independence. What's meant as a fresh start may bring feelings of being out of place or disconnected from your established life. Even decisions like selling vehicles, changing insurance, or giving away personal belongings can lead to regret when made too soon. Certain items or routines that feel painful immediately after a loss may become meaningful sources of comfort later. Acting impulsively removes the opportunity to make those decisions thoughtfully and with confidence. Gradual change is often the healthier path. Giving yourself time allows you to process grief, observe your real needs, and understand how your life is reshaping itself naturally. Instead of rushing, start by making small, low-pressure adjustments. Reorganize a room, update a few household tasks, or begin sorting through items at a pace that feels gentle. These small steps allow you to adapt without destabilizing your life. Seeking guidance before major decisions can also protect you from unnecessary stress. Talking with a financial advisor, counselor, or trusted family member offers perspective that's hard to find when emotions are heavy. Their support can help you look at long-term consequences rather than short-term relief. Most importantly, delaying big changes gives you the space to heal. When your emotions settle, your decisions become clearer, more stable, and more aligned with your real needs, not just your pain. Taking time isn't avoidance, it's wisdom. It ensures that when you do choose to move, sell, or adjust your life, you'll do it with confidence, dignity, and peace, rather than regret. Mistake number 5. Ignoring legal or estate matters. After losing a spouse, the emotional weight can be so overwhelming that paperwork feels impossible to face. Many seniors set legal tasks aside, hoping to revisit them later, but delaying these responsibilities can lead to confusion, financial setbacks, and family disagreements that add even more stress during an already painful time. When important documents are left unreviewed, misunderstandings can occur. Insurance benefits might go unclaimed. Bank accounts may remain inaccessible. Required notifications could be missed, leading to unnecessary penalties or delays. Even small oversights can snowball into larger problems that affect your daily life and long-term stability. A common issue arises when a will hasn't been updated or fully understood. Without clarity, family members may disagree about how assets should be handled, which can strain relationships at a time when unity is most needed. Handling estate matters early prevents loved ones from making assumptions or facing difficult decisions without guidance. It also ensures your spouse's wishes are honored exactly as intended. Legal documents such as property titles, retirement accounts, pension plans, and healthcare directives often require updates after a spouse's passing. Overlooking these transitions can cause complications later, like delays in receiving benefits, challenges with selling property, or issues with future medical decisions. Updating these records isn't just a formality. It's a way to protect your autonomy and financial security. Taking time to organize these documents provides emotional relief as well. When you have a clear understanding of your financial and legal standing, you regain a sense of control during a period that can feel unpredictable. It replaces uncertainty with confidence, allowing you to focus on healing instead of future worries. Getting professional guidance can make this process far easier. Attorneys, financial planners, and trusted advisors help interpret documents, explain your options, and ensure nothing important is overlooked. They can also help you spot unnecessary risks or outdated information that needs correction. You don't have to navigate this alone, and having support can prevent costly mistakes. Even small steps make a difference. Locating key documents, reviewing beneficiary designations, updating accounts, and confirming your own legal plans moving forward. Doing this early creates smoother transitions, prevents conflicts, and brings peace of mind. Avoiding legal and estate matters might feel easier in the moment, but addressing them protects your well-being and honors the life you shared with your spouse. By facing these responsibilities with clarity and patience, you safeguard your future and give yourself the emotional space needed to heal with dignity and stability. After losing a spouse, avoiding rushed financial choices, emotional isolation, neglecting self-care, major life changes, and legal oversights helps protect your peace and stability. These precautions aren't signs of weakness. They're acts of self-respect that keep you grounded, secure, and able to heal with dignity. Healing after loss takes courage and patience. When you make thoughtful choices, both emotional and practical, you protect your future and honor your journey forward. Give yourself permission to move at your own pace and prioritize your well-being. If this guidance helped you, consider sharing it so others can find strength and clarity too. What not to do when your husband or wife passes first. 5. Critical mistakes seniors should avoid.